How's it going? Welcome to the shop. Alright, the last two videos we're building this, so let's cut out some knives and give this thing a try. Are you ready? Here we go! Welcome back. Check it out. The new AVE shirt. He actually sent it to me himself. Well, I'm sure he ordered it. It'll go good with my other 14 or 15 AVE shirts. The only problem is I'm only wearing this now, so let me change out of this. Alright, that's more like it. I have a tendency to ruin shirts, and something that AVE actually ordered or sent me or however he got here is something you want to keep. I already have another one to order. Alright, back to the regular video. So I just decided to cut out two blades. I'm going to try one a little bit bigger and a little bit smaller and see where we go with them and all that. Unfortunately, my bandsaw barely made it, so I'm going to have to do the rest of these on the horizontal grinder, but yeah, man. 3 years and that thing lived up to its name. Time for a new one. So I don't say this much, but if you like what you see, make sure to subscribe. Leave comments down below. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you don't. Won't hurt my feelings. Most of this stuff, I'm just going to be doing time-lapse and fast high speed, no talking. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the grinder, maybe do some time-lapse, some high speed, whatever it takes. If you want to see how I cut out and grind and all this, I'll leave a link up here to the Beginner Knife Maker series and down in the playlist. And that goes from start to finish on how to build a knife and, you know, every process in between. Let's get on to this build. Just going to do the big wheel. Boom. Man, I had this sitting for so long it had belts just hanging off it. It became a belt rack instead of a belt grinder. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what this is for the bevel jig. But alright, let's get this rocking and rolling. I think I'm going to actually cut all this out on my vertical grinder, because that way I can just put it up on the edge and cut right into it. I'll be back, let me set all that up. Alright, so see, I just made a huge plate. I got neodymium magnets holding it down and boom. But I think I'm going to lower this with some bigger bolts and maybe some spacers, because the jig comes right up against this, see? So I'm sure when you're grinding, it probably won't make, yeah, it should be good, but I still probably want to drop it. Both of these belts were 36. I'm just going to use the edge of the belt to just, you know, lay into it. Both are worn belts. That's why I save my worn belts for stuff like this. Alright, enough chit-chatting. Let's get to it. One thing I figured out, these corners are sharp. I got to round these things off. Yeah, see, just neodymium magnets. Boom, 4 of them. Well, I got it off, I might as well round these off. Just make sure when you put them down, they're flat, because they always pick up all this metal. Both sides too. Wham! That ain't going nowhere. Whew, love them neodymium magnets. Alright, let me put the small wheel attachment on it. Well, let me finish. I'm gonna have to go around this because I like my edges smooth, not, cross. Except the bottom, I've said that before. Let's get these done. I'm not gonna stop again, I'm just gonna switch out the small wheel and all that. And yeah, rock and roll. And there we have it, 2 knives. Yeah. I think this one I'm going to have to bring up a little bit. So I just kind of felt fat, so I just, that's what I like to do. You'll see me stop every once in a while and put it in my hand to try it out. This handle just felt too fat, so. Alright, let me just hit this down and thin her out. Now we're done. I took, actually this knife was about that much longer, so I took about a good 1/2 to 3/4 off of it. But man, and I got big hands, so, it fits perfect in my hand, but it might be too big for some people. Alright, let me finish this up. And there it is. Bam. Man, that one feels real nice in the hand. That one fits me. You can see it's smaller than my hand, but it fits perfect. So someone with smaller hands, it'd be really nice for. This one, man. Yeah, man. So now I'm going to go do jimping. For the jimping, I'll just do time lapse because, like everything else, up in the corner I'll put some links to my jimping. But I gotta finish this blade out. I didn't do here. Alright, so I'll be back. I'll meet you over at the mill. Alright, well let's check it out. I got the win in, man. That's one thing about Amazon Prime. 2 days and it's here. Because I need to cut out a blank for this knife. Because I don't want to grind right on the knife. I want to try a piece of blank, something scrap to try it out. But there's the dead Harbor Freight. 3 years, man. It lasted good. I'll tell you what. The thing is, I went to buy another Harbor Freight one, and they're like $140. I went to put in the coupon code, and it said, will not take code. It's not available for this product. I went on Amazon, and boom, this win came up, and with the 4-year warranty, it was about the same price as the Harbor Freight one. So, and Harbor Freight, you can only buy a 2-year warranty. And I always suggest buying the warranty with these tools, because when they break, you need to send them back. I'll put the Amazon link affiliate link to this. I'm not doing a review. I don't know how good it is, but I will say with a 4-year plan, you really can't lose if it's cheaper than the Harbor Freight. We'll see though. I might be eating my words. This one has like a sliding deal. You put 2 screws in and it slides back and forth. This is the plate off my Harbor Freight one, so I had to flip it over and throw out these holes. But I couldn't get this piece out, and then it dawned on me, I just take this and make the template. This is what came off the bandsaw. So, yeah, you line up the deals back here, and then, bam, line it up, and good to go. Yeah, see, it slides on a rail. So you just line, that's what these 2 lines are. You line it up with that rail, and use that piece, and bam. Good to go. That was it was 1/4 inch for the initial drill and then a 1/2 inch to, sink them in. So, can't wait to see how this thing works out. Let's get back to some knife making. Let's give this jig a try. You can see I already set the knife up. See, I want to do mine so the grind lines, come straight up like this. That's why I made all the holes in the different sections. Now, I can't put it through a hole here or a hole here, but locking it in here and tighten this down seems to hold it in pretty good. But what I did, since I've never used a jig before, I don't want to ruin this knife or this knife. So I took this knife and I kind of made just a mock-up of it because I had a piece of scrap. I'm going to connect it here and then hold it down wherever else and see what we come up with. So I went ahead and marked this just like I would any other knife. It's all ground down. I've said this plenty of times, but I like my grind lines to be perpendicular. As you can see on this, the back and everything is smoothed by the horizontal grinder, but when it comes to the front of the bevel, I like to have it crossed. It just makes it easier. When it's all smooth like this, on the front, it's hard to mark it, or I don't know. Maybe it's just in my head, but it just seems hard to mark, so let's get this one off. Voila! I just want to see how the angle goes. Now, you guys know, if you've watched this before, I like my swooping plunges, to come up, or however. But I always stop. I always put the sharpening notch in first and stop here with my grinds. So that's what we're going to do. I've never used a jig, but from what I hear, it's like between 5 or 10 degrees. In my mind, I think 90 degrees, it's completely flat. Let me zero this out first. 0. We'll go almost 6 degrees. Lock this thing down, see how 6 degrees looks. Screw in these so we have no jiggle. Not going nowhere. To the grinder. Haha. Alright, I got earbuds in if I'm yelling, but I'm not worried about how it really looks. I just want to see the angle and what we're working with. We got a Warren 60. I'm not really worried about anything other than what the bevel looks like. Let's just get to it. Alright, it looks like 6 degrees is too much. So let's bring it back to like 4 degrees. Now we gotta remember, we're on a different plane, so we have to re-zero it out. I keep forgetting about these bottom screws. Like, why won't it move? Alright, there's 3, I guess. Let's see what 3 does. Alright. I think 6 might have been a little, 3 might have been a little bit too less, so let's go for like 4.5 and see what it does. I'm gonna flip it over. Alright, I put it on like 5.5 or 4.5. Let's see where 4.5 go. So one thing I just realized, and look how blue and different colors it is. That thing gets hot. Well, the belt's warm too, but. So one thing I was doing, I noticed, and I'm glad I made this. As I was pulling, I was trying to compensate for the tip. And you can see I went over the line both times. Because I was sitting there and I was pulling, say I'm pulling at this straight angle, and then I started changing it to compensate for the tip. Took me a while to figure that out, but I think I like it. Let's put a knife in here and try it out. But you can see how it goes from on the lines here to like way over the line here and way over the line here. So yeah, I just have to be careful with that. All right, let me put the other knife on. We'll be back. All right, not too bad, not too bad. On the line, nice and straight. Let me switch it around and we'll get to the other side and see how we're looking. Now you gotta remember, after heat treat, I'm gonna have to bring it down to the middle. So it's gonna go up some and in some. So we wanna start there for preheat treat. And we're gonna come, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do this much on the jig and then take it off and finish out this freehand. I don't know why people are always like, oh, you have to either do it with the jig or you have to do it freehand, one or the other, blah, blah. Man, if you know how to freehand, use both to the best of your ability. All right, let me switch that out. Let's rock and roll on this side. That's about it. We're almost ready for heat treat. The rest will be a time lapse of the second knife, and that's good. Then they'll be ready for heat treat. Now I got some elements on the way because I don't like how many amps that small oven pulls. So I'm gonna redo those elements. But I don't know if I'm gonna heat treat this in the big oven or just wait and rewire the other one because I'd like to use that small oven. But all right, on to the time lapse. Well, at least one came out good. On this one, this bolt, I didn't tighten it with the wrench and it loosened up. So it was wiggling back and forth. And when I tightened the wrong bolt, and it went all the way down. Now this side came out all right, but this side, you can tell, it just, yeah. One thing I gotta remember, which bolt hole I put what in, you can tell, like there's the grind lines there. And then here they're a little bit different, just a little bit. And so I gotta get used to it and how I do it. But the thing is, that's why I made this jig and stuff, to learn. To be honest, I don't know if it's actually faster. I guess it's more consistent. But you have to sit there and put the jig and all of that. And if you're not careful, the knife gets really hot. Because, I'm used to holding it. And when it starts getting hot, I dip it. And Ecom Knives even said this on his video. you have to dip the whole thing in the water. I don't know, the verdict's still out on the jig. Maybe I'm just so used to freehand grinding, but we'll see. Alright, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you like what you see. You know, let me know what's going on, how you like jigs, or if you freehand, or, you know, which method you prefer. See, I stopped there because now I can go freehand in that plunge line. I think using them both might be beneficial, but this is my first time. I should have just been like, see? Look how perfect that came out. But no, I gotta show my mess ups too. Which, you know, once I heat treat it and put it on the surface grinder, it'll flatten it out and I'll have some more room to figure it out. Yeah, leave comments on what you use and all that good stuff. Amazon links are down below and on my website, along with shirts and a few knives. I got 3 knives that I need to put up on there still. I haven't gotten to them, but I'll get there. I'm gonna put the Wen bandsaw down on the affiliate links too, so that'll be there. Hope you're having a great day, and as always, take it easy.